Have you ever felt it? Financial stress, we've all felt it. Sometimes the pressure is so great and we get so anxious, irritable, etc. Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Jantz, founder at the Center, a place of hope. And I just want to share financial stress and mental health issues go hand in hand. And I know that financial stress, let me just say, many lives over the last 40 years, financial stress creates an emotional drain that can lead to an emotional exhaustion, and the anxiety can be so intense. It just makes it, you feel despair, you feel despondency, and it's a great burden. And I just want to acknowledge that you may be at a place where you go, I'm so overwhelmed. And it's a feeling of overwhelmness and helplessness. Now we know, where does financial stress come from? I've made some notes here. Obviously, concerns around money, debt that piles up, inflation that piles up, potential job insecurity, rising cost of living, unforeseen expenses, and medical bills, and all these things add up. Now, there can also be societal pressures to maintain, I'm supposed to look this way, maintain this lifestyle, and or family expectations, trying to keep up with a certain appearance. Here's how it affects our mental health. The emotional effects. I've shared this, but it's the feeling of hopelessness, depression, and anxiety. Super common. The next one we need to look at is that constant worry. Maybe I'm focusing on the worry and the paying the bills. It triggers the body's stress response. And I've done quite a bit of writing, and some of my books cover stress, what it does to our emotional well-being as well. But this heightened cortisol is manufactured in the adrenal glands. It's the stress hormone where we can really be creating too much of that. Now, the behavioral responses, okay, that's just some of the emotional ones. And we're just going over a few of these. The behavioral responses, financial stress can lead to unhealthy coping, overeating, substance use, drinking alcohol, cannabis, overeating on food. Financial stress, we look for relief, and usually it's through something destructive. We know that physical symptoms, one of the first ones I usually hear of people is, I have a headache, they get headaches, fatigue, disrupted sleep. So there are physical ramifications. Self-worth and shame is another one, number 4 on my list here of 4, how financial stress impacts mental health. Society equates financial stress with personal value. You end up feeling lessened self-worth. You feel shame. There's expectations. I'm supposed to be a certain way. And this creates a great deal of the shame of, I'm not good enough. And I really undervalue myself. All right, how do we cope with financial stress? Again, this video is just a kind of a quick overview. We want to acknowledge, first of all, the emotions are powerful, and acknowledging that financial stress is affecting me emotionally. I have a lot of anger, irritability, anxiety, fear, shame. So acknowledge what it is. I'm going to create, if I need to, realistically, I may need some help, but a budget or a plan. I need to work on tracking income, expenses, etc. But sometimes we just need to restart and reframe and set up some financial boundaries that we're going to look at. Okay, I'm going to try this for the next 90 days, see how this goes, see if I'm able to do this, which leads us to the next one, which is seek support. Times it's a professional counselor, or financial stress is just indication of greater trauma and other deeper issues that need to be addressed. And so I've got to be willing to do whatever I need to do in order to have healing and recovery. We know that self-care, if I'm financially stressed, I know people, they stop hygiene, they stop brushing their teeth, washing their face, showering, because of financial stress. All right. We need to also be aware of comparisons. Get out of the social media comparisons. Oh my goodness. It's going to amplify all your inadequate feelings. Social media is hardly reality. Okay. And then we want to just also look at, all right, what are my resources that are available to me to help turn this around? Look at financial stress in a whole person way, like we do. It's affecting me spiritually, emotionally, my relationships, physically. I need to have a plan to address all these areas of my life. All right. I can tell you, most of the clients that we work with do have some significant financial stress, and it's only a symptom of other deeper issues that need attention. And so this is something we see every day. And I can tell you, as we go about putting things in order in our life, whether it's addiction, whether it's trauma, dealing with depression, it is important that we understand, well, we understand that there is hope. And hope comes when there's a plan. And we may need some help building that plan, because this is not the way to live. The physical implications of ongoing chronic stress from finances is not healthy. It's not healthy in our relationships, causes us to isolate, and it causes us to feel very alone. We want to change all that up starting today. And it can be done. I can tell you that. I see it in the lives of clients frequently.